Well, hi there pluggers, I was Wolfing here again with you. Thanks very much for joining me for another guitar lesson. This one is a request I've had for another This Wildlife number, and this one's called Take It Back, okay? And it's been requested by my long-term subscriber called Lust. Now this number is not in standard tuning, unfortunately, like most of this band's numbers. Very rarely are they in standard tuning. Difficult to know exactly which tuning they're using, but I've sort of, from the sound of the guitars and I get the feeling they're in drop D tuning with a capo at the 5th fret. Okay, it seems to give me the closest sound to what I can hear on the record as such. Okay, so you need to do drop D tuning. So basically you need to take a standard tuning guitar and you need to drop the top string, the 1st string, to D. Okay, so make it sound like the 4th string, which is a D note. Okay, the 2nd string, the B string, that needs to be dropped to A from B. It is normally a B note, needs to drop to an A note. So the top string becomes a D, and the 2nd string becomes an A, and finally you need to drop the bottom 6th string, E string, to a D also. So you've got 3 D notes. You've got the bottom string, 6th string, the 4th string and the 1st string are all tuned to D, okay? And then the 2nd string is tuned down to an A, so it should sound like the 5th string. Okay? Then you're in drop D tuning, okay? Then put the capo on the 5th fret, okay? So if you're in drop D tuning, your guitar should sound, after you tuned it, you should sound something like this. Okay, then you put the capo on the 5th fret and it should sound something like this. Okay, so there you are, capo on the 5th fret. Okay, drop D tuning. Then we're in the right ballpark to play this song. Okay. So I'm going to break it down into sections because it's quite an involved number with this. I think with all the different chord shapes and stuff you might have to learn for this number, because obviously being out of different tuning, it's not standard shapes. Okay, so we'll start off with the intro. Okay, but the introduction is, I think, something like this. Geared, but get to the verse. Okay, so the introduction. We're in the right tuning. Got the cap on the 5th fret. You need to put your you need to fret the 3rd and 4th strings at the 2nd fret from the capo. Okay, I usually tend to use those 2 fingers myself because you need to hammer up on the 4th string to the 4th fret. Now I tend to use my pinky. So you need to get that into the strum, okay? So, but you can use your 3rd finger as well. You got that? So, okay, it's not easy, but that's the way it goes, I think. And then the 2nd shape of the intro is this. This is not too difficult. It starts off on the 4th fret from the capo, on the 4th string, 1st finger. 2nd finger is going on the 5th fret from the capo, on the 6th string, and the 3rd finger is going on the 6th fret of, the 5th fret of the from the capo, on the 5th string. So these 2 fingers are on the 5th fret, on the 5th and 6th strings, and the 1st finger is on the 4th fret on the 4th string. Okay, so it should sound something like that. And what you do with that one is you also hammer, but you hammer your pinky onto the 4th fret on the 4th string on the 5th fret. So you need to do that underneath these 2. Okay, on the 4th string. So you end up with this, something like this anyway. and then it basically plays some little strums behind the take it as he's coming into the verse, and I'm not quite sure what they're playing there, but I tend to do that. I think would be alright, because you need to get a kid, so I'm playing an open couple of middle strings of sort of 4th, 5th and 3rd maybe, take it, and then putting my first finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th strings. Take it, okay, take it, and then back, when it goes into the singing, back is basically this shape: 2nd fret, 1st finger, 2nd fret on the 3rd string from the capo, and the 3rd finger is going on the 4th fret of the 4th string from the capo. Okay, you got that. So far we've got the intro. Sorry, messed that up. Take it back. Okay, that's how it goes, something like that. So do that again. Take it back. It's always been a pain. Okay, and that is basically that shape. Take it back, and it goes up to this shape. 2 fingers. This is 7 from the capo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the 4th string. 2nd finger, and 1st finger is going on the 6th fret of the 3rd string, so that's only 2 fingers on that one. And then again you need to hammer up to the 7th fret on the 3rd in my case I'm using my 3rd finger. So when he starts off playing that, and it takes that one up, so it's take it back. Okay, so it's take it back, because you've always been a part. So always is that shape. Part is when you put that finger underneath. Part of this, and then we go to the next chord, which is basically 4th fret, 3rd string, 1st finger, and then on the 5th fret from the capo, you've put your 6th string, 5th string and 4th string, so you've got all 3 fingers on the 5th fret on the 6th, 5th and 4th strings, and that's on the 3rd string on the 4th fret. Okay, okay, so take it back, and then you take this finger off. Leave those 3 on. Okay, so take it back. You've always been a part of this series. You know that I'm tired and tired of it. Okay, got that? Do it again. Take it back. Because I've always been a part of this series. Same chords, okay, so and I can't live for a day with this way. Finger off, and then it goes into the 2nd half of the 1st verse. Cut me some slack, but you stops on that chord, okay, or that chord, it doesn't really matter, okay. so it doesn't go back into that one. It just does that twice. Okay, so we'll do that to the end of the first verse. Okay, I'll do the whole thing. And then it goes into the but you've broken my head bit. Okay, so we'll go into I suppose you could call this the chorus. So basically it starts off with 3 fingers on the 2nd fret of the 6th, 5th and 4th strings. Okay. Broken my head. Sorry, just broken my. Done it. Oh, sorry, I've done that wrong. That chord again, the one that you played in the verse. You've got the 3 fingers up there, so that's just basically slid up from the 2nd fret to the 5th fret, and this finger then goes underneath on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. So, but you've broken my head, yes, you've done it again. I swear that I'm leaving, but this time's for good. Okay? And then you go into that shape again, which is the first shape of the first part of the verse. Okay? When you go take it back. Take it back. So it's that chord again, with the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, 4th and 4th fret from the capo of the 4th string. Okay? So from that beginning of the chorus, it comes out and stops. It goes stops like, but you've broken my head, yes, you've done it again. I swear. And that's basically the same shape as that, but 2 frets up. So you've got the 3 fingers again, and this time it's on the 7th fret, with the 1st finger on the 6th fret from the capo on the 3rd string. So it's the same shape as that one, but up 2 frets. Okay. So from the beginning of the chorus, but you've broken my head, yes, you've done it again. I swear by the cause of this back to the beginning. Okay, and then it stops on that one. Okay, and then it goes into the. It's like the intro. It's just so it goes like that, and it goes. But this time I'll be fine. Yeah, this time I'll be fine. Again, this time I'll be fine. This time. And it goes back into another verse with different words. Obviously, I called back. I called you back. Exactly the same as the first verse. Okay. So then it goes into another. You've broken my head bit. They call it. They say it's the chorus. I suppose you could call that the chorus. Okay. So it goes into that bit again. Where it goes, but you've broken my head. She's done it again. I swear, but it's instead of going into the intro, it goes into this. It goes, sorry. Goes into that. So after the second chorus, it stops after the second chorus where it goes, where it gets to the bit where it says, where it starts at where it hurts. It stops on that. Hurts. Okay. I think that's right. Is that right? I think that's what I'm going to. Yes, that's right. So it goes, it hurts, and then it goes into this shape. Okay, which is like a second bridge. Okay, and it's basically again 3 fingers together, but this time it's on the 9th fret, 5th, 6th and 4th strings, 6th, 5th and 4th on the 9th fret, and this time the little first finger is now on the 7th fret. Okay, okay, so like that, and then it progresses down to that shape which you've played before. Again, the 3 fingers will move down to the 7th fret. First finger is now on the 6th fret on the 3rd string. Okay, so it goes. Then it does this little bit of a flick on the. So, and then it hammers up from the 2nd fret of the 4th string to the 4th fret. Pulls off down to the 2nd fret, so it's and then pulls off to open 4th. Okay, and then hits the 4th fret on the 5th string. So and then it pulls that one off to open, if you can do it, or hit the open string, 5th string. So, got that? Sorry. Got that? Not easy. And then you play that shape, which is exactly the same as that shape, but down on the 2 frets down on the 6th, no, 5th and 4th fret from the capo, sorry. So you've basically gone from that shape to that shape, then you play that little riff, and then you go down to there, and it repeats. Okay, and then it does that a couple of times, and then it comes into this bit where it goes, you made your bed, now lay in it. You made your bed. Does that 4 times, ends up with the lesser of 9 years is spent, and then it goes back and does it whole again. So 2 lots of this whole final section. There's 4 lines in each. And then it goes into broken again, that shape, 3 notes on the 2nd fret, 3 chords where it goes, but it's but you're broken on my head, I've done it again, just like first line of the chorus, but then it goes into, it stops, and it goes into, but you swear that you leave it for this good time. It ends up on that one, on the 7th fret, with it on the 6th fret on the 3rd string, 3 fingers on the 7th fret. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll do what shall I do? I shall do the second chorus, and then we'll go into the that bit, and then we go into this final section, final bridge, where you made your bed, now lay in it. Okay. So I'm not quite sure the melodies, but hopefully you'll get the idea. Okay, so from that second chorus comes out of the second verse and goes into, because you gave all my faith away, and sort of finishes up on that way, and then it goes and into the broken bit, but you've broken my head, telling it again. It's fine, time's time. And then he comes into this bit. You made your bed, it took 9 years for me to quit and all that sort of thing, yeah. You made your bed, now it's the rest of 9 years is spent. And repeats the whole lot again. You made your bed, now lay in it. It took 2 years for me to quit. Sorry, oops, wrong fret. You made your bed, spent, and it goes into broken, but you've broken my head. Yes, you've done it again, but you swear you'll leave again, and this time it's for good. Something like that. I say it's very difficult to show people this number. it's quite involved. I hope you get the idea. And I've shown you all the shapes anyway, and hopefully you can listen to the original track and try and piece it together, so you know the arrangement and all that a bit better than I've shown it. Unfortunately I can't sing it, so it makes it tricky. Okay, but anyway, you've seen what I do, you've seen the strumming pattern is basically the same all the way through, and it's this sort of chuck. That's it. So I can't really show much else really. Just go away and practice it, and listen to the original track, of course. Okay. Well, thanks very much for watching, listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.